MultimediaJay Radio Style.
What's up, everybody? Well, didn't we all see this coming? I got a notice today that if I don't upgrade my account to YouTube 1 in the next week or two, I will be forcibly upgraded in early June next month. Can't really say that this is any kind of surprise, though. This is basically the way YouTube does things. Even compared to other social media monopolists, they're probably like, I've been talking a lot lately about people that are dishonest or backstabbers or something, and the worst kind of dishonesty or hatred is that which people do to one another with a great big smile on their face. YouTube is the organizational version of that, where they talk about something they're working on. They're like, check out this new feature. It's really nice. We made it just for you. Hey, check it out. It's a great way to improve your YouTube experience. And then a couple of weeks later, you'd better upgrade to our new YouTube experience because we're making it mandatory whether you like it or not. Yeah. Like I've said before, I don't really have any problem with YouTube 1 and the design. It's just that I haven't had time to make that intro video for people that aren't subscribers yet, and I don't know if that's a mandatory feature or not. I'll probably do some playing around with that this weekend. But that's been the big thing that's held me up. I just have to get around to recording that, and I've just had so much going on, both work, home, otherwise, that I just really haven't been doing what I should have been doing. And then when I do actually try to do some YouTube stuff, it usually ends in failure, as my last 3 videos, yes, 3 videos, have wound up. Yeah, I'm not disgusted with myself with this, because Radio Styles vlogs, I've been just recording stuff and then throwing out everything because I'm like, this is crap, I'm not uploading it, and stuff like that. The last failure was last weekend with the beautiful weather we had. I went out and tried to record a successor to Return to the Park, The Splendor of Spring, which was a nature video that I did. Yeah, hard to believe, but it's been 5 years already. 5 years ago, in May of 2008, I went out and recorded the last nature video that I ever made on this channel. And I tried to record another one, and here I was thinking I'd have so much footage that I'd have to cut things down, and then I wound up only having 5 minutes of stuff to work with. So, yeah. One of the big holdups that has kept me from recording more nature videos has been not having a camera that could record them, because my last camcorder, before the Samsung that fell into the bowl of soup last year, and before my Handycam that I have right now, my last camcorder that still used DV tapes, the tape mechanism broke almost like a couple of days after I finished filming that nature video. So all I've had for the most part since then is digital cameras, trying to get by on digital cameras, then finally getting a camcorder again when flash camcorders became a little better than what they were at the time the tape mechanism gave out on that Canon Alora all those years ago. So, yeah, lots of stuff going on, and I've got housework piling up that I mean to get done, but weekends have just been so busy. I've never had busier weekends I haven't had busier weekends, I should say, in quite some time, with all the stuff going on, things to do around the house, things to do, chores and stuff along those lines. And then, of course, sometimes I just say heck with it and either play games or do YouTube stuff all weekend because, yeah, it's been a royal mess. Plus, the warehouse fiasco is still going on. Summer's heating up. I know of 5 people now that have gotten back into the company that laid me off. So I'm looking at, I'm keeping an eye on them specifically, because if I go back as something, obviously I won't go back as any kind of technical person, but if I go back as a regular warehouse worker with them, they will, by policy, end up treating me like a several-year veteran of the company. So I would start at higher up on the pay scale there than anywhere else. So it gives me some pretty good motivation. Plus, they are good people to work for, so it gives me lots of motivation to find a way back in there somehow. And there are some places they have around here that have been looking for help. So I've got that to deal with on top of everything else, on top of everything that's come up, on top of all the stuff that's going on. It's just, yeah. And now YouTube has gone and made things even more complicated by not taking away, but making YouTube 1 mandatory as of June 2013. So now I got to find out, can I get this channel working without using that feature? And do I want to do the purge of inactive subscribers that I've been talking about before upgrading to YouTube 1 while I'm still familiar with the interface? Because I know how to do the purge with my existing subscribers now. I don't want to have to figure all that out. Maybe YouTube 1 won't even give me the option of doing that. So YouTube has taken an incredibly complicated situation, and they've just made it even more complicated with their usual antics of giving people the illusion of customer choice and then taking away their choice like a month or two later. It's really disgusting. I mean, even the old MySpace didn't do this, and the result was a far better adoption of new site features because they didn't force it down people's throats. When MySpace, they changed their profile layouts 3 times while they were still popular. And when they did, they'd be like, hey, check out the new design and stuff like that. And they actually gave a much longer window for people to make the change before they made it mandatory. And what do you know? When people were actually given the time to figure out the new interface, a lot more people made the switch voluntarily. It was usually inactive accounts that would be forcibly switched over or something like that. In any event, I probably will just make the switch even if I don't have an intro video. And if I have the option of going without an intro video, I'll just do that and just have the page show like the latest. Have it run kind of like the way the page runs now, and then worry about that intro for new subscribers thing later on anyways. Not like a lot of people have been watching what I do on here anyways, which is why I want to do the subscribers purge before upgrading to YouTube 1 to get rid of. I'm thinking the parameters will be anybody who shows no signs of YouTube activity for the last 2 years. Anybody who hasn't been active in the past 2 years, then just do the block and unblock thing. And then for the people that turn out to have been hijacked by spammers or hackers based on what's in their activity feed, just switch them over then. And this will get more complicated too when everybody has YouTube 1, and I got to do some more clicking around to see what kind of stuff they have in terms of whether they're active on YouTube or whether they ever post anything, or do they post spam, which would indicate a hijacked account or something like that. So, wow, yeah, this is going to this situation was already complicated, and YouTube just made it worse. Like I've been saying all along, I fundamentally disagree with YouTube's press releases that focus on subscribers and brag about how this new channel layout is going to get you more subscribers than ever before. And to anybody who says anything along those lines, I don't know how much clearer I can make this. The problem is not subscribers. It is not subscribers. Everybody who's ranted about the state of YouTube that I've seen thus far has said the exact same thing. What matters more is views. People have been able to play the subscriber count game for years. There have been third-party services that YouTube has outlawed and banned people for utilizing and things along those lines. There have been I know people have been playing the system, but as far as views go, that's the real indicator of whether anyone gives a crap about what it is that you're doing. And to attach some hard numbers to this situation, I was digging around because I'm digging around some old YouTube videos that I have on my computers here, because I've been looking at the possibility of retro-reeling my discussion of YouTube Vista from way back in the day in regards to what's going on right now with YouTube 1. And one of these is like a forerunner to the radio style. The rant that I did on YouTube Vista is like a forerunner to the radio style series where I talked over a picture and stuff like that, similar to what I'm doing right now, actually. And you can't really make it out too well because of the compression, but you can just about make out that at the time I recorded that video, before YouTube Profiles 1 was retired and we switched to Profiles 2, which was before the Internet Panda, Cosmic Panda, whatever you want to call it, the thing that's getting phased out now. My last video at that time was a video blog. Yes, a vlog. An old school vlog where I just talked in front of the camera. That thing, and it was a recent one too, had 60-something views. Whereas I might get 20 on a video nowadays after a couple of weeks. You know, why do I even bother? Why do I even bother anymore when YouTube is going to be this broken? But however, I also have to take into account the possibility that this might be the reason why YouTube is making more and more changes more and more frequently. They're seeing their traffic drop off. And there's other sites like Twitch TV and Dailymotion and Blip TV out there these days that provide similar services to YouTube, though not an exact match. There are some little quirks to a lot of these competing services. And, things have changed for YouTube over the past couple of years, and maybe that might be the reason why they're making all of these changes. It used to be that years passed between revamps of channel designs, and now we've got, 2 in a year between the Panda format and now YouTube 1? So it makes me wonder about whether YouTube is just trying to do anything to get more traffic these days as traffic drops off. I certainly know traffic has dropped off, and a lot of people are complaining about video views right now because you go to all the trouble to make something, and then what? Maybe a few people are interested, and if you're not one of those channels that YouTube is trying to force into the spotlight, you pretty much get buried. I mean, even the tag system doesn't work the way it used to, no thanks to those reply girls last year. So you can if you don't do a direct video response, if you just talk about, say, another video, good luck showing up in the related videos of the video that you're talking about, because even the tags won't help you much anymore because the reply girls ruined all of that. Yeah. Anyways, the depressing spring continues for me, I suppose, as I look for a way to get out of this warehouse mess that I've been stuck in for the last year. Yes, we're almost to 11 months now as a disposable temp. And I got people there that are like, you look like you're mad about something. Is anything wrong? Hello, Captain Oblivious. You try getting strung along at starvation wages for the better part of a year, while morons and slackers and apathetic people who don't care get full wages, benefits, and raises. I've gone over this enough times, and I've repeated myself long enough, so I'm not going to make a big rant out of it here, but summer is coming. Everybody's volume heats up in terms of warehouses. I'm in better shape than I was last year because I've been zipping around this place for the past year, basically Richard Simmonsing the job and getting made fun of, Mr. Energy, and all that other assorted stuff, so as people's volumes heat up, I'll just be in a position to make the switch this summer when these temp agencies can't fill jobs because they get all these people who suddenly don't want to work the minute they have to actually break a sweat to earn a check. So I'll be keeping an eye on that as well. But the depressing spring continues. I mean, spring is usually a time of happiness and the bursting forth of new life and things like that. Not for me this year. Not after having been stuck in a crappy job on a crappy night shift schedule that has all but destroyed the life that I used to have before I started there. But I've gone over this enough times as it is. This radio style thingamawhatsit has gone on long enough as it is. Let's move on with things. So that's the status on YouTube 1. If not this weekend, definitely next weekend, I'll make the switch over to YouTube 1, probably get in that purge of the subscriber list of inactive people before doing all of that. And yeah, thanks a lot, YouTube. This situation was complicated enough to begin with, and now you've just made it worse. Yeah, sure, whatever. Broadcast yourself. The yourself part's been gone for years. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. You've been listening to MultimediaJay Radio Style. Thanks for listening, and thanks for stopping by.